Rahim.
Okay, we can start from because sorry, I could not.
If you allow me, I'll be close my
Yes,
camera
yes,
because
yes.
my camera, as you see, is from down, not in the top of the screen.
No problem, no problem, no
So I
problem,
have to stay like that.
no
Okay,
problem,
appreciate
no
that.
problem. You can just relax. You can close your screen. It does not matter. And yes, you can close your screen. No problem. Okay. Now, again, once again, starting from basically our main lesson, and initially we will have a little bit training of the MM, and then we will switch over to the plant maintenance. First of all, I have little bit amended the documents also because I keep on, you can say, re-evaluating my syllabi and the contents also. So what is an ERP? As you know, it is enterprise resource planning. It is a business software, and you can say with the help of any of the ERP, either it is SAP, Oracle, Microsoft Dynamics 365, Salesforce, Sage X3, primarily they are there, you can say, to integrate basically all of your departments. And Alhamdulillah, you have got a enriched experience about serving in various organizations, and wherever you go in any organization or a company, you will see that 4 to 5 departments are pet over there. Finance department, that is of prime importance and very important, you can say, department, because whole of the pivot of the maneuver for accounts payable and accounts receivable, they evolve around the finance department. Then is the HR department, basically hiring till retiring. Procurement department for the procurement of various type of materials, and at the same very time for the procurement of, you can say, acquisition of various type of services. Production department for, you can say, conversion of raw materials, components or assembly into a finished product. Plant maintenance or maintenance planning department, basically it is meant for the maintenance of your machines, equipments and assets. Sales department, once basically a finished product will be created by the production department, ultimately sales department is going to sell it to your valued customer. Valued customer is going to give you the purchase order, and in return you are going to provide him the sales order, picking, packing and then shipping the material towards your customer. Now, what is the concept of ERP? For example, if you are chief executive officer in any of the company, what is, you are leading an enterprise company, a business company, you can say. If you say all around the world, that basically there are very famous entrepreneurs or all around the world, like you can say Bill Gates, Elon Musk, there are so many entrepreneurs. Now, what is equality in them? That they have good, you can say, a business mind. Okay, you are leading a company which is primary task is basically manufacturing of the laptop and resources or resource. What are the resources at your disposal in terms of, you can say, technical workforce, non-technical workforce, your production machine, your maintenance machine, and basically know how you are going to plan and utilize your this workforce and all the machines to make a, you can say, ultimate sale product. Once you are going to float that basically sale product in the market, your valued customer will be automatically have the strong attraction towards this basically, you can say, product or item, leaving beside the other vendors. Okay. Now, this is the concept of the ERP, Enterprise Resource and Planning. If you go word by word, otherwise it's a business software. It is Enterprise Resource and Planning, which integrates all the departments of a company, and you keep on pursuing your business process or for the progression of business through particular this ERP. Or your all the persons work on the user interface or the screens of that particular ERP and as per the protocols of that ERP. Evolution. Evolution, how it was conceived or basically how it was created in 1972. If you recall, it was basically created by the 5 German computer engineers. They were studying in IBM, Institute of Business Management, America. When they fall back to Germany, at that particular time, there was no ERP in Germany, not in Germany, rather in whole of the Europe. So they thought that they should make an ERP which should, you can say, enhance the business agility of the various organization. So at that particular time, they created this SAP system application and products. And now its name has been modified little bit, system application and programming in data processing. As of today, we call it system application and programming in data processing also. Okay, step by step, yearly, how its evolution has taken place, or how technical developments have enhanced, you can say, its usability. In 1972, its name was SAP R1. R1 is single tier architecture or a real-time architect one. And at that particular time, there was only, you can say, finance module within this ERP, although it's very, you can say, old system, and I haven't seen this system and I haven't worked on this because it was created and it was the beginning of that particular era, and that was 1972. So as of today, you can see SAP is now quite mature. Now it is 55 years old, I believe. Although now it has become very old, 55 years. Okay. Now,
So that mean the evaluations of SEB is starting from Europe?
yes, 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 yes. It is a
Okay,
basically, you can say, this ERP is German origin.
okay.
Yes,
I
yes, yes.
I, I was thought is from America.
No, 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 no. Oracle, Microsoft Dynamics 365, which are also leading ERPs and standard ERPs, and probably Salesforce. Now, you will see in the subsequent lesson, few ERPs description will be there. These are, you can say, American, you can say, origin. But as far as
Hmm.
SAP is concerned, its origin is from Germany.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's clear. Thank you.
No problem, welcome. And any question, any query has, if you have, please ask 101 times. Okay, I will not mind it.
Okay, noted.
Okay, even after the class or session, once you watch the video, listen to the video, you have got any query, you jot it down on the piece of paper or you type it on a Word document, all the doubts, queries, you can send me across during the weekdays or in the next session, you can tell me. But if it will be better if you send me across before the session, so I can test it and I can study it. Okay, in
Okay, noted.
no problem. Welcome. In 1980, now it was SAP R2. Basically, you can say two-tier architect and manufacturing module and human resource module were further added upon to the financial accounting module. And in 1992, here comes the R3. It is known as three-tier architect or real-time architect 3 also. And you can say along with the finance, manufacturing, or you can say production planning, human resource, material management, and ST module were added upon. Now comes the basically 2004 and 5. Here it was introduced as ECC. That was the year 2004 basically, and it was known as ECC 5. Now what is ECC? ERP Central Component. E stands for ERP. Now, it basically has got the potency to cover the whole same basically amount of modules or the departments of a company, leaving beside the modules which we have mentioned in R1, R2, and R3. But one of the drawback of the ECC was or is because as of today, many companies are using ECC, but its support is going to finish by December 2027. But other day I was reading that maybe with some special license, SAP will be authorized to some of the company to go beyond 2030. I think so till 2032, they can use ECC because after the year 2027, there will be no more ECC. There will be S/4HANA, which is the next level ERP or next generation ERP.
So that mean we have S4 HANA. There is a difference between GUI and the Fury. Is that right?
Oh, what is GUI? I will give you the accessibility of the both. Graphical user interface GUI is user interface 7. And what is basically Fury Launchpad? Fury Launchpad basic theme is user interface 5, where we have the various business process in the form of application tiles. Now, what is the Fury Launchpad? You can say Fury Launchpad is web-based application of the GUI. So, for example, for GUI, you have to install it on the system. Maybe it can be zip format files, but to approach the Fury Launchpad, it is URL based universal resource locator. You don't have to download. For example, I am going to give you the URL address of the Fury Launchpad, and you can put in any search engine, maybe Yahoo search engine, Google search engine. You don't have to install it. And all the data which is available in the GUI in your company, that will be available on the Fury Launchpad. Now, what is the
Okay.
advantage of Fury Launchpad? That you can work on Fury Launchpad on any of the computing machine. As of today, all the gadgetaries are computing machine. Either it is cell phone, either it is tab, either it is iPad, either it is iPhone. But with the help of GUI, you can graphical user interface or GUI, you can only work on your desktop or the laptop. Desktop are also, you can say, now obsolete. Now you have the Mac machines and Chromebooks and laptops, miniature laptops. They are very modern, you can say, form of the laptop. So this is the difference between the GUI and the Fury Launchpad.
Okay, because I have access for both in our
Mhm.
company,
Okay,
but actually
okay,
I prefer GUI instead of Fury.
okay, no problem.
I thought it's give me more accessibility or
Okay,
easier than using. Yeah.
no problem. If you want, I will provide you the access to the GUI IDES training server. If you want, I will provide access to the Fury Launchpad also. Okay.
Yeah, okay, we'll be trained for both. Just I
Okay.
want to talk, confirm what's the difference between that. That's my question was.
Okay, what we will do, we will complete our training on GUI, and at the end, I will basically then train you for, you can say, in 4 or 5 sessions on the Fury Launchpad, because all the data, all the business transactions, if you say, for example, the screen face of the maintenance order, it is same as in GUI or as in Fury Launchpad. If it is equipment master data, same interface, only basically that you can access that particular business transaction through that tile application tile in Fury Launchpad. And here you have to type or you have to click on the transaction code in case of GUI.
Okay, it's clear.
Okay, no problem. Then, no, what was the biggest disadvantage, or as of today, that is the Oracle database management system? Because in ECC, SAP was not having its integral database management system. They were having dependency on Oracle database management system. And Oracle, as you know, it is an American company, and SAP is by birth an ERP. But if you recall, Oracle, it is having other IT business also, and one of the main components of the Oracle is its strong database management system, which is hired by the other company. And Oracle, I believe it introduced itself as an ERP in 1998. But now you can draw a difference that SAP was created in 1972. If you talk about the Microsoft Dynamics 365, you know that Microsoft has always floated in the market its front end application. So it also took a venture, and in 2010 it introduced its own ERP. So that's why SAP is leading, because you know it has only got the business of the ERP, and it's very old if you draw a comparison or contrast with the Oracle or the Dynamics 365 or Microsoft Dynamics 365. Okay, now what happens basically, you can say here I have mentioned that it is phasing out in 2027, but I think so. SAP is going to provide a cushion till 2020 with some special license. In 2010, they introduced SAP HANA. What is HANA? Highly proficient analytic appliances. And now this was the biggest achievement with the SAP company, that they have got their integral database management system. So Then comes the 2015 and SAP S/4HANA comes, and it is known as an intelligent ERP. It is built on basically, or it has been constructed on HANA database management system with real-time analytics and with other provisions also. Now, coming over to the characteristics of SAP S/4HANA. Now, what are the characteristics of SAP for S/4HANA? S is business suite. 4 is the fourth generation, and HANA is the highly proficient analytic appliances. Now, what are the, you can say, 4 or 5 main characteristics or ingredients of SAP S/4HANA? Because in SAP S/4HANA, you can say ERP, data is stored in the form of columns also. And you know, in any of the ERP or in any of the software, data is stored in the form of columns. It is going to result in very quick transaction of data. What do you mean by quick transaction of data? For example, if you are going to create a maintenance order with either it is corrective or breakdown maintenance order, it is going to give you very quick response basically in terms of entering the data in the field, and once it will be saved with reference to that basically maintenance order, you can then go over to the various business transaction. So this is the biggest advantage, that data is stored in the form of column or column fashion beside the row fashion. Second, in-house database management system. Now they got rid of Oracle database management system, the companies which are using SAP S/4HANA, and then comes the embedded analytics. Now, what is embedded analytics? Embedded analytics helps you out to carry along the certain analysis. And what is the dictionary, you can say, definition of analysis? To know basically the disadvantages and disadvantages of a particular, you can say, incident, or you can say a particular case. So what happens basically in SAP S/4HANA, various report. For example, if you call upon the list of your various vendor which provide you the mechanical services, or you can say technical services or electrical services, is if as a chief executive officer you want to know about your data and basically how much payment is left which they have to pay, basically which you have to pay to them, instead of going to the long reports, you can go over to the graphical representation in the form of, you can say, pie chart, donut chart, line chart, column chart, or maybe bar chart. And ultimately you can draw upon the analysis basically that this is the amount which we have to pay this particular, you can say, vendor, or you can say service provider, and ultimately so on. Fury application. So in 2015, Fury application was introduced, and now it is obsolete. Now, what is the advantage of the application? Various applications are there, software applications, to facilitate our life or to make our life easy. For example, there are cable car applications for the Cream and, you can say, Uber and other vehicles. And instead of going to hire basically a cable car, we go to the road, we book on that particular app at you can say a very respectable driver along with a good vehicle will be on to the doorstep of your, you can say, house. You go for the Food Panda, you go for the other, you can say, food applications. You don't have to go to Albac. Basically, you can have application, download it on your, you can say, cell phone or the mobile phone. You can book basically your food items, and you are going to get basically through delivery boy at your doorstep. So what was the advantage?
So,
Yes, yes.
excuse me, just allow me. So you mean all the application is dependent on the SAP system?
No, 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 no. I am just giving you an example. No, no, I am just giving
Okay.
you an example of
Oh,
application.
I thought it's linked with the
No, no,
SAP.
no, 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 no. What is the advantage of the Fury application? This is basically, you can say, our application in SAP. What is Fury? Fury is an Italian word, and basically it means beautiful floor. No, before this 2015, you were only able to work on your computing machine in the shape of laptop or desktop, but with the help of Fury application, you are able to work on any of the machine You download that application on your mobile phone, on tablet, or you can say iPad and iPhone. Just insert your user ID and password, and you can get, you can say, awareness of your whole of the business, being the managing director or the chief executive officer of your company. But applications have certain disadvantages that after a particular time, you will get a notification that please upgrade it. Otherwise, it is not going to give you the ultimate usage. So SAP then introduced Fury Launchpad. What is Fury Launchpad? It is the web-based application of GUI or graphical user interface. It is URL based. And what is the biggest advantage of this basically Fury Launchpad? That you don't have to upgrade it, you don't get the notification. Ultimately, the company or the service provider is responsible for its upgradation. Okay, modules. Now, what are the modules? Modules basically cover up, you can say, the various business functionality or the technical functionalities where SAP has been implemented. And brother Amar, can you differentiate that what is the difference between the functional and technical modules? Okay, read it for 1 to 2 minutes and then you can explain me in your own words.
Okay. For the functional model, I think is more detail about the data and the system
Mhm, mhm.
for the setup the data, for the material bill of material and other technical models. It depends on the execution job recording in the system.
Very good. What are the functional modules basically which are going to improve upon or improve the or make sure you can say the business functionality of your various department, or which are going to help you basically to make more efficient your business transaction or business functionality? And what are the technical modules? Technical modules are there to support a particular ERP. Okay, if you talk about the various module, there is sourcing and procurement, it's materials management, and it is also known as sourcing and procurement and source to pay. Okay, brother, can you explain that what is the main task or what are the main functions in the MM module?
Material management.
Yes, yes.
For the bill of material, all the material linked with equipment and alternative material, and also the material when received in warehouse, when we're wither the material, so it'll be recording in the system.
Very
How
good.
many still remaining in the stock and how many we use it, maximum and minimum material.
Very good. Basically, what is the main functions of the materials management that primarily under this module or basically where it is implemented, all types of materials are, you can say, procured. Okay, maybe it can be spare parts which are required in the plant maintenance module. Maybe these can be raw materials, component or assemblies which are required by the production department in production planning module, or maybe it can procure some of the materials which are required by your company staff. But primarily materials management deal with the procurements of the materials and also the services. So what kind of services we can acquire in this module for your company?
For reserving the heavy equipment
Very good. For the maintenance of
and
the equipment services. Yes.
yeah, and also request for services, for example, for a special contract, for
Yes.
supporting for other team,
Very good.
and also Let me remember what else.
So there
Also
can
for
very good. There can be, you can say, for the contract services, mechanical services, electrician services, janitorial services, external audit services, or ERP training services, some of the business analyst services, some of the SAP consultant services. So services, you can say building maintenance services. So basically, you can say services are of numerous or many types, basically which we acquire in the materials management. And as basically you are working in the maintenance department, you must have seen that all the spare parts, either these are the non-stock or the stock materials, they fall under the umbrella of the module in the shape of inventory management. Even if you have to hire some services, you have to approach to some of the external vendor who are the service provider through the, you can say, procurement department or the materials management department. Okay, financial accounting. Okay, what is the basically task which are performed under the FI module?
fees depend on the financial
Financial
or for
accounting.
the pay. Yeah, it depend on the pay and purchasing.
Very good. Basically, you can say all the financial matters are going to be declared under this module: accounts payable, accounts receivable, opening balances, journal ledger account, profit center, cost element. So all the matters basically which fall under finance, you can say, they will be dealt, and you can say FI module, financial accounting module. And what is the difference between the accounts payable and accounts receivable?
I don't know.
Okay, accounts payable, for example, if you are going to procure certain materials from the external vendor, then payment to those vendors will be paid from the head of the accounts payable in finance department. And what are the accounts receivable? The sale product which sale department is going to sell it out to your valued customer, the amount which will be paid by the customer, it is going to come under the accounts receivable head. Okay. Budgeting. Budgeting is primarily, you can say, sorry, controlling. Controlling is also
Controlling.
finance related module, and it deals with the budgeting. You allocate certain budgetary amount to the procurement of the various type of the materials. And normally we, you can say, we go for the new budget at the start of the new financial year. In some of the country, it is financial year or fiscal year is as per the calendar year, or in some of the countries it starts from 1st of July. For example, in Pakistan, now we are undergoing or passing through the financial year 2025. It has started on 1st of July 2024, and it is going to finish on 30th of June 2025. And in Saudi Arabia, what is the system of, you can say, financial year?
Quarterly.
Quarterly. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And quarter starts from 1st of January or 1st of July?
I think January.
January. First quarter, 1st January to 31st of March, then second quarter, first of April till June, and like this, 4 quarters.
Yeah, that's right.
HCM, human capital management, hiring till retiring. Basically, you hire a person, he's your employee, you advertise his job. Once he joins, then his pay package, his perks and privileges, he will be given a company car, he will be given a mobile phone, he will be given a laptop, his, you can say, career progression planning, his personality development, that which kind of training cadres he's going to, you can say, attend in future for his career progression. These all basically comes under the your HCM, human capital management. And you can say it wholly solely depends upon the hiring of your technical workforce or the non-technical workforce. So what is the difference between the technical workforce and the non-technical workforce?
Uh, I don't have clear information about that.
Okay. For example, in your company, if there are certain engineers, maybe mechatronics engineer, manufacturing engineer, electrical engineer, computer engineer, mechanical engineer. So, they have got some kind of technical qualification in the shape of their bachelor's engineering or maybe diploma. And if there are other guys who are doing normal labor job, or maybe you can say they are deployed in some of the your office kitchen, office mess, and their responsibility is, for example, making the tea or driving a car as a driver. So these are, you can say, non-technical aspects or non-technical workforce. Coming over to the asset management. What is asset management? Previously, it was known as plant maintenance module, and very important module. And there are very less consultants of plant maintenance all around the world. And it deals with the procurement of your equipment and asset in the shape of, you can say, corrective maintenance, breakdown maintenance, predictive maintenance, preventive maintenance. So what is corrective maintenance? What is breakdown maintenance? And what is preventive maintenance? Basically, you must be knowing corrective maintenance. For example, still an equipment is, you can say, effective or activated, but it has got a little bit malfunction. You can take the example of a car. If its door locks are not in workable condition, or you can say its rain wipers ahead of the basically in front of the screen are not workable, this is the corrective maintenance that you can use an equipment, but it requires some kind of correctness or some kind of maintenance. Now, what is breakdown maintenance? For example, if you are going all along the motorway and suddenly your engine bogged down and engine is seized, and you require a recovery vehicle just for the evacuation of that particular equipment or the vehicle or the car. This is breakdown maintenance, that a complete equipment is in complete inactive state. Now, what is the preventive maintenance? Sorry. Always remember, corrective and breakdown maintenance are unplanned, but preventive maintenance is always planned. Now, what is preventive maintenance? For example, if in a particular car, after the 5,000 of mileage, its oil filter, its engine oil has to change, basically, then this is, you can say, planned maintenance. Maybe after the particular mileage, after the particular, you can say, hours in terms of time or in terms of days, this is known as preventive maintenance, which is always planned. There are single cycle plans and there are strategy maintenance plan, and we will see that how they are going to work. In this session, less than a minute is left. We can have second session also after a break of 8 minutes. Are you available?
Yeah, available. Just wanna go to break, Aisha.
Oh, okay, okay. When you are back from the prayer,
Uh,
just give me message. I will send new link.
okay, 10 minutes, then I'll be returning back.
No problem, no problem. Take your time. Take your time. Okay. Assalamu
Okay.
alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Thank you so much. What is the time in the Pakistan now?
10:12 p.m.
10, 12. Okay.
Yes, you must be having 8:12.
Yes, it